The Legend of Zelda is one of the most dedicated and evolving aspects of the franchise. As the series has grown, so too has its chronology. Sometimes shaped by Nintendo, other times pieced together by dedicated fans. While some official timelines have been released, many interpretations still exist, keeping the discussion alive. Even now, fans continue to create their own versions, analyzing each game's lore, world building, and hidden connections. At its core, the Zelda Timeline is designed to remain flexible. According to Nintendo, these stories are legends passed down through generations, allowing new games to seamlessly fit into the mythos. This idea is reflected in the very name of the series, The Legend of Zelda. However, when the games first began, there wasn't supposed to be a strict connection between them. The original Legend of Zelda from the year 1986 was meant to be a standalone adventure, just a hero, a vast world, and the thrill of discovery. The timeline only exists because fans demanded one. Nintendo eventually gave in, but to this day, some players argue that a rigid timeline complicates the series rather than enhancing it. Surprisingly, the official timeline doesn't begin with the first Zelda game. Instead, it all starts with Skyward Sword, the origin of the eternal cycle of good versus evil. At the end of this game, the Demon King Demise places a curse upon Link and Zelda, dooming them to reincarnate over and over to battle his hatred. This single event sparks everything that follows. From there, the timeline progresses through the Minish Cap and Four Swords, though these games have minimal impact on the grander story. The true turning point arrives with Ocarina of Time, a game that literally fractures time itself. After Ocarina of Time, the timeline splits into 3 distinct branches based on different possible outcomes that come from the game. The hero is defeated timeline. In this scenario, Link fails to stop Ganon, leading to a dark age where the villain seizes the Triforce and reshapes Hyrule as he sees fit. This branch includes classic titles like A Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, and A Link Between Worlds, where heroes strive to reclaim what was lost. The Child Era timeline. After defeating Ganon, Link is sent back in time and warns Princess Zelda of his impending betrayal. This leads to Ganon's execution before he can enact his schemes, altering history. Majora's Mask takes place in this timeline, following Link's personal journey after leaving Hyrule in search of Navi. Twilight Princess also occurs here, featuring a kingdom recovering from Ganon's failed conquest. The Adult Era timeline. If Link remains in the future after defeating Ganon, Hyrule is left defenseless when evil inevitably returns. With no hero to save them, the gods flood Hyrule, setting the stage for the Wind Waker. This branch explores a world shaped by a shrunken kingdom, leading to Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. One of the most exciting aspects of the Zelda timeline is how it continues to evolve. New games either expand existing branches or create new mysteries that fans scramble to fit into the puzzle. However, the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom don't clearly align with any branch, leaving them in a nebulous space. Perhaps intentionally? Some believe these titles mark a reset of the timeline, or even a convergence of all 3 branches. Love it or hate it, the Zelda timeline is one of the most fascinating discussions in gaming history. It brings fans together, sparks endless theories, and keeps the magic of the series alive. Whether you see it as a carefully constructed legend or a beautifully messy myth, one thing is certain: the adventure never truly ends. Thank you for listening. May your rupees be plentiful and your hearts stay full.